future is now.
Hello and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Jessi.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean. And because we are delivering you the local, national, and world stories you may have missed because we just slept in and forgot.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is
NewsFlash. Ding dong. Our top story tonight. Everything was not awesome at the local Lego store Bricks and Minifigs when a driver of a van crashed through the front entryway and fled. There were no thefts apparently, but to be fair, Lego cars typically don't have brakes either, so. Yeah. Now the owners are going to be forced to rebuild brick by brick. They're working with, the authorities are working with local podiatrists to help keep an eye out for suspicious indentations on their patients' feet. Ooh, get away. Ooh, painful.
The City Council announced that the annual Santa Parade has been canceled due to a turnover in leadership that affects the planning period.
Aww.
As a last-minute bid, some losing art prize entrants are volunteering to run it. Or is it their punishment for losing art prize? It's hard to say. At least the war on Christmas is starting early this year.
Grand Rapids Union head high school football coach Don Fellows pled not guilty in a drunk driving arrest charge. Fellows claimed that the team swapped out the Gatorade cooler with gin and tonic.
With a $30 million donation, the insurance broker Acusure has earned the right to name the upcoming downtown amphitheater, just narrowly beating the crowdsourced bid Bodie Boatface 42069. Amway was also outbid, but they already have a pyramid scheme. It's about time we have some scrappy new billionaire donors in town to balance things out. The firm also won the ability to choose the new concert to be held at the venue, Deadmau5 versus the Doobie Brothers.
Those insurance bros are gonna go nuts. Taking it to the square.
NASA astronaut Frank Rubio returned last week from the International Space Station after spending 371 days in space. That's a full 191 days longer than his original planned 180-day mission. Talk about overtime. Rubio now holds the U.S. record for the most days spent in space, which is beating the previous record for NASA by 2 weeks, but coming short of the world record by 66 days, which Russia set in the mid-90s, simply because Boris Yeltsin intentionally filled his space program with weirdos, drifters, and war criminals.
Don't type Russian weirdos into Google image. In other NASA news, the abandoned Apollo 17 lunar module from 1972 is reportedly causing tremors on the moon still to this day. So it looks like it's time to call Kevin Bacon for Tremors 17, Moonworms. Spoiler alert, the worms are just really into all the disco records that they left behind.
A torrent of red wine flooded the streets of a city in Portugal after 2 giant tanks ruptured at a local distillery. This is just a typical Saturday in France, but now everyone's single aunt and Paul Giamatti have booked a trip to Portugal. Local officials have attempted to mitigate the damage by dumping bushels of raisins into a stream to soak it up, but it seems like they really just need a lot of club soda and Bounty paper towel. When assistance finally does arrive, they'll finally receive the red carpet treatment.
In other messy European city news, the Spanish town of Bunal held its annual Tomatina, a fiesta where citizens engage in a citywide tomato fight. They really take Grandma's sauce seriously over there. The tradition started in 1945, reportedly after a particularly bad production of Macbeth. This year, they were able to live stream the proceedings just so starving third world children might be able to watch. We'll let that one sink in a little bit. It's all fun and games, right? Hunger Games, there you go. Jessi.
Flamboyance of flamingos, the actual word for a flock, has been causing confusions for the citizens of Port Washington, Wisconsin. A group of 5 flamingos apparently were blown off course during their migratory flight and wound up in Lake Michigan, which is now causing tourists to line up to see the rare bird occurrence. They have already acclimated pretty well, and due to the beer and cheese affecting their plumage, they are this close from a bid to the Packers, who are potentially looking for a new mascot. Like an evolutionary precursor to Big Bird.
Attendees of the U.S. Open in New York have been raising a stink over the conditions of Court 17, where a strong marijuana smell has been wafting over and hovering from the nearby Corona Park and concentrating over the crowd and players. Every set has been stalling out at deuces. At this rate, they might as well just play in the grass. Players have been complaining about the smell affecting their ability to play and their desire to eat snacks and hug their opponent. Said guest line judge Snoop Dogg, the score is 1, 2, 3 to the 4, until someone had to explain to him that's not how tennis scores work. To which Snoop replied, all love.
We'd like to thank our writers for NewsFlash this week, and if you'd like to see your name up there, you can submit your jokes to comedyoutletmondays@gmail.com with the subject NewsFlash Tips.
Yep, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Don't bother with Twitter or X or whatever it's called, I don't care. But you can watch videos of old shows, lineups of future shows, find our submission form to put your act on our stage, and learn about other ways to get involved. And if you don't want to wait around for that, you can hop up after the show with our free open improv jam. But now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome. Newsflash, this is Comedy Outlet Monday.